Well, it's another week. Welcome to Reconder. Danny Grimes here, and you can see that I am not in my studio. I'm mobile. We have Matt is in the Sarasota area. We got Don up early in Phoenix, and we have a pricing concern we're going to be dealing with today. Don, you have that in the chat there. If people don't have the chat open, could you go ahead and read what our conversation we're going to practice is?
Sure. It's going to be, we both think prices will come down before they go up. So we will rent for another year.
Yeah. So we're at the table. Theoretically, you could be on the phone, but that is the conversation from the buyers you're working with. They just made your Monday. So let's get cracking on this. Who's first, Don?
Come on, ladies and gentlemen, throw it in the chat. Who's going first?
Got nobody yet. Got Elizabeth. We got Tiffany Lord, Derek, Frank Ruma. Who's up?
Muhammad. Muhammad typed in the chat his name. That means he wants to go.
All right. Muhammad, you're up with me.
All right. Sorry, what was the scenario again? I just joined in.
Scenario. I'll post it again in the chat, but it is we both think prices will come down before they go up, so we will rent for another year.
Okay, ready.
So, Muhammad, thanks for coming out today to meet us here at Starbucks. We just both think prices will come down before they're going to go up, so we'll rent another year.
Okay, I understand, Don. No problem. But Don, let me ask you a quick question, though. Renting, how much will be your rent will be for the next 1 year?
It's $2,400 a month.
So $2,400 a month. So that will make up to at least 30 something for the year. Don, do you prefer? Would you rather have that going towards the house that you're gonna be getting, or you would rather have that going to where someone else rent mortgages?
Well, I know where you're going with that, but again, if prices are going to come down in the long run, we'll be saving money by renting another year.
Now, what makes you think that price is going down?
Yeah. Can you hear me okay? Muhammad, I'm going to pause you right now. Thank you so much for being willing to go first. That was a minute. So let me ask you something. If you were working at Chick-fil-A and I drove up and asked and I said I would like a regular chicken sandwich, extra pickles, and a Diet Dr. Pepper, and you were going to get back and say, well, you really should do the spicy one. What would you do if the person at the window said that? Talked you out of what you wanted and talked you into something else? Muhammad?
Oh, you were asking me a question?
Yep.
I am asking you a question.
Sorry, my headphone's not working today.
All right. Well, anyway, I won't repeat it. I won't waste your time to do it. So here's my feedback. Did you get, and we say this all the time, Matt's already writing it down.
Mm-hmm.
Were you interested in what they had to say and why they said what they said? They drove up and said, we want a chicken sandwich. You're talking them into a McRib.
Yeah. Let me hear it, Muhammad. I applaud you on the effort to help them see the forest through the trees, because that's really what you were doing. Is you're really trying to help them solve a problem. However, the way in which you went about it was, hey, Don, let me put together a 15-point presentation on why you're wrong. And we don't want to do that. We want to seek to understand, then to be understood. So Tiffany Lord is up. Kelly is here. So Tiffany Lord is up with Kelly. You know the scenario.
Kelly.
All right, Tiffany, let's go.
All right. So you're looking to say the scenario.
We both think prices are going to come down before they go up, so we will rent for another year.
Okay, and I understand why you might think that. May I ask you, what happens just as devil's advocate, if it goes the other way, what if prices go up before they come down?
That wouldn't be good. Our prediction would be wrong, so we would feel pretty stupid at that point.
Well, may I ask you also, what are you paying in your monthly rent right now?
We're $3,000.
Okay. Um, so would you consider that maybe if you took that $3,000 times 12, staying
All
in
right,
that?
Tiffany, all right,
Mhm.
I'm gonna pause you again. You guys are all on the same path today. Um, you guys are just driving down the number highway. Why are you, so remember the baseball diamond. I'm not in my studio, so I don't have it behind me. You want to get clarity, and then you want to talk about motivation.
Mhm.
So if they're trying to get somewhere because they have a baby coming, you think that might be something you want to talk about
Yeah.
versus the dollars. Both you guys went the dollars. How do
Mhm.
you know it's a dollar problem?
Kelly, I heard you
Right.
say something about plans. What plans might not happen if we don't get this done in time?
Well, we like to be in a house. I don't necessarily like paying rent, but I also don't want to lose my shirt either.
And what would be losing your shirt?
Well, if prices come down and if prices come down and we, make a mistake, or excuse me, I say if prices go up and we make a mistake by being house poor.
Well, what's a range that you would want to be in?
Well, we're comfortable with the $3,000 right now, but I
Time,
do.
Matt. I'll let you handle. But didn't he say he needed to be in a house?
Yeah, I thought I picked up on that, but really, the without giving the farm away, where we want to take a conversation like this, guys, is where are they at now? Okay, we know he's renting, right? When is the lease up? They think that prices are going to come down. How much? Right? Because they were in the market to buy up till now, right? Like they were proactively looking it from the what I'm gleaning from the scenario. But they just want to wait a while because they think prices are going to come down more. So affordability, to Denny's point, going to the numbers, that's not the rope we pull because they were already shopping. So affordability is not the issue. They think that it's going to get worse before it gets better. So I'd find out, where are you at now? How long are you there? When do you need to renew? And how much further do you think that values are going to go down? And if they don't, what then? Because the last thing I'm going to say to this is, guys, I've said it before. If they want to shoot themselves in the foot, let them. Just don't load the gun. So if they get to the other side and homes are more expensive, but they said, you know what, we understand they may be, that's a risk we're going to take. Fantastic. I'll be here to help you as long as you understand.
I want to find out, Matt, if you want to go down the number highway at some point in time, the number highway is only relevant if you compare it to something. That's the hint. All right, who's next?
Me,
Ellie and Dawn.
done.
Hey, Ellie, thanks for meeting us here for a coffee. Since we talked to you, we're kind of thinking we think prices are going to go down. So we think we'll rent for another year.
Okay. Sounds like a good plan for you, Don. Help me understand what makes you think the prices will go down.
Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. There's so much inventory. And we read, the Wall Street Journal every day, and God, with the tariffs and the war and what's going on, interest rates, all of that. We're going to wait.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Absolutely, it's okay. But just to remind you just a little bit, have you looked at what happened last time with the prices when the rates and they dropped like this, something like what happened in the market? Did you remember?
No.
Keep it simple. Do you remember the last time rates went down?
Did you remember
No.
the last time when the rates went down?
No.
Okay, so the data shows that, prices went up and a lot of buyers went in the market, which created a lot of demand, and that will make the prices go even higher. So how is this will work for you, this scenario, if that will happen?
Well, I guess we would have to pay a little bit more, but we're willing to take that gamble.
Time.
Okay.
I'm a little bit. How do we get the rates? I thought they're concerned about house prices, right?
Right. Yep. But I was letting Ellie load the gun on herself there. I wasn't sure how we got on rates, but I was like,
Because they are tied up, so rates,
Hang on.
prices, they're not.
I got a couple
Okay,
quick things to say in just a second. So,
okay, thank you.
Ellie, you said when they said we don't want to buy, we want to sign a lease for another year. You said that sounds like a good plan to me.
yep, good plan for you.
Yeah.
Good. Well, you
Cool.
should sign a lease for 10 years. That would be a better plan.
Hmm.
If you want to acknowledge, don't dig a hole and jump in it, okay?
Hmm.
Okay.
I'll give you one more high level view, then Matt can get into the conversation. I mean, when you think prices are going down, so we don't want to buy, do you want to buy when prices are going up? If that's the case, you guys, who remembers? We said this last week. I don't know if Matt remembers. You guys should know this. When is the best time to buy? When sellers fear tomorrow is worse than today?
Yep.
Yep.
They could get a better buy with prices falling. Y'all are just going down a very familiar road. Remember, this is mastery recon.
Right.
We want you to think of things that people don't think about. Go ahead, Matt.
Sellers are much more apt to hold out when we perceivably have hit bottom, guys. So even if the buyers think that waiting until values fall, buyer tells you, I want to wait until values fall more. When we perceivably hit a bottom, sellers are less apt to negotiate. They want to wait, is what Denny's implying. And it's true. And right now, guys, in some marketplaces, in Greg's marketplace, my marketplace, for some reason, the last quarter, it seems like it might be getting better. This, just based on the numbers, this is the type of market where sellers hold out. So to Denny's point, as values are falling, that is when your clients may get the best buy, right? Because you can only set the value of the home once. You can set the price once. You can change the rate as many times as the lender will let you. But last thing I'll say is, it's not our place to tell them this, meaning you're dumb if you don't do this. It's finding out what happens if they don't.
Okay.
That's all you have to pull out of that conversation. If values, what will it do for your plans if values don't keep going down? If they go up, what will you do? And then you can help them. You could diagnose from there. But until then, don't use numbers and all the, well, if they go up and all this magic, because then what you're ultimately doing is putting your foot in your mouth. It's just like when Denny talks about putting fingerprints on a price. Don, your home's worth $500,000, but then it sells for $550,000. Now Don doesn't trust you. Okay?
So, Ellie, when you said sounds like a good plan, if you could remove one word, what would it be?
Sounds like a plan.
It sounds like you have a good plan.
No, it
It's
sounds like
not
a
good.
plan.
It's a
A
plan.
plan. Okay, a plan.
So-
Right.
So it's like walking out and having a flat tire. I want to slit my other three. You would not
Mhm.
say that sounds like a good plan. It is a
Mhm.
plan, though.
Sounds like a plan. It sounds
There you
like
go.
a plan.
All
Sounds
right,
like
who's
a
next?
Mhm.
Okay.
We've got Daniel with Kelly.
Not Daniel Naples.
Yes, sir. I've
huh?
come out of the swamp.
All right.
All right, welcome back, buddy.
All right, here we go, Daniel. Hey, we both think prices will come down before they go up, so we will rent for another year.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that, Kelly. You wanted to rent for 12 months? That was one of my questions here. Other than prices dropping, is there anything else holding you back from purchasing your next home?
Not really. We just think with all that's going on, we think prices are going to come down.
Okay, I hear that. And are you going to be renewing your lease where you currently are?
We're on a month to month. I mean, so we,
Okay.
we have options there.
Okay. Well, listen, I can help support you guys if you need to find a new place as well. That's no problem. But before we go down that path, what happens if nothing changes in a year, Kelly?
I guess we'll just continue to rent.
Okay. And what originally had you thinking about purchasing your next home?
We would just like to get into something a little more permanent.
Okay.
But you know, we're not, we're not stuck to that.
Okay. Well, because when you say permanent, you could renew your rent every year, technically. Why
You're
does
right. Yeah,
purchasing
we
make
could.
sense to you?
Well,
What is what is
we think we're getting a pretty good deal on a home. That's when we think it'd be a great time to buy it.
Okay. What do you need and what cards do you need in front of you to find out if it's a good deal or not, right?
Well, we just see so many variations with price points right now. It's kind of difficult to make a decision.
Yeah.
Um,
Daniel? Welcome back, Daniel. I like the you asked them. I like your pace of your questions. You're getting much better at the questions. You did a great job isolating. Um, a small part. When you said, what's the reason why you want to purchase your next home, right? Well, they're renting. So that doesn't mean they didn't own a home before, but again, I want you to listen. So when I'm talking to a renter, I don't even talk about buying a home or purchasing a home. What is, you know, tell me why you're thinking about stepping into owning and building equity now. I mean, people don't, that's how I would have said it.
Mhm.
So go ahead, Matt. I lost my train of thought.
That's all right. Good pace of questions. Let's slow down a little bit, however, because it was almost interrogating. It seemed like it was taking the pace of interrogation, like rapid fire. Like I've said, and that's granular feedback because now you're exercising the muscle of asking questions, but now let's make it conversational. So, Kelly, where are you at now? And he's going to say, well, I'm in a lease month to month. Okay. And if you were to renew, you plan on staying there? Okay. And what are the metrics that you're using to determine when you will buy? You're waiting for values to go down more. What's that metric? Okay. And what will it do for your plans if you don't see that? How long are you willing to wait to see that? Do you see how I'm slowing the cadence of it down? And that it makes it more conversational versus, okay, where you at? What happens if that doesn't happen? And what are you paying in rent right now? It's just slow it down. Slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
So I want before you go there, here's something I'd love to hear when they say, yeah, you know what the conversation is. You say, well, that's interesting. Did you know that prices falling is a buyer's friend?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what does that question do, Matt? Doesn't it create a little curiosity?
Yeah. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
So when you can ask a question where now they're leaning into you, so we're not going to answer what does it mean. Why don't you start with that and see what happens?
Mm-hmm.
Who's next?
Derek. Come off mute, Derek.
Eric and Don.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. Hey, how you doing, Matt? I'm sorry, how you
Derek,
doing,
Don.
Derek,
Don?
you're with me.
Okay,
Hey,
my fault. My
hey,
fault.
Derek, with prices going down, we just want to rent for another year.
Okay, totally understand, Don. Appreciate you letting me know. Other than the prices going down, is there anything holding you back?
No, we just think it would be a great time to buy once those prices fall.
Okay, okay. Now, is there anything right now that's causing you to make the move itself, thinking about making that move?
Right now? No,
Yeah, is there anything specifically that you're thinking about to move forward with purchasing?
no, no. We want to wait for those prices to come down. Then we'll jump on it like a, you know, I, yeah, we'll jump on it.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Thank you for sharing that. Now, do you know when your lease is gonna run
Stop,
out?
stop, stop, stop. Don't go down that road. Hey, why would you jump on it, Don?
Oh,
Okay.
then we could take
No, no.
advantage of a poor
Keep
seller.
going. Well, that's interesting because falling prices are a buyer's best friend.
Yeah, exactly. We're on the same path now. You got it.
Well, no, you are a buyer now, but when you decide to rent, now you're going to be a renter. Now is the best time to buy is when prices are falling.
Right?
Are you agreeing with me?
Yes.
Well, then why are you going to sign a lease for a year?
Well, we think we're going to fall down more.
Well, what if they, all right, but if you could get a better buy with the prices falling, then you can when they're not falling anymore. Would that interest you? I'll stop. You see
Yes.
where I'm going, Matt?
Yep. Yeah. Would you be surprised to find out that some of the best deals can be had while values are falling? Then I would ask Don, well, Don, I've heard you say prices are going to continue to come down. How much further are we hoping they come down?
Um, gosh, 10,000, 20,000.
Okay. I mean, can I make a crazy suggestion?
Sure.
Well, actually, let me ask you this. What's the biggest challenge outside of you wanting values to go down? What's the biggest challenge you're facing right now? In whether it be renting or the process of buying.
We know it's not a good policy long term to rent, but we don't really like this house.
Okay. So you don't like where you're at. It's not ideal to rent forever. And what I'm hearing you say is if values came down another 10 or 20, you'd jump in both feet.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So let's say that we went to look at some properties this weekend and we found one that checked all the boxes. And based off of what it was listed for, we were able to get another 10 or 20 or more off. Would you want to sign a lease for another year hoping it goes down, or would you be happy securing it for that now?
Yeah, if it's the right house, we could jump.
Okay. Would you like to sign another lease, or would you like to keep looking?
Well, we don't have to sign another lease yet.
Okay. What's the latest date?
End of May.
Okay. Gotcha. And then I would just wrap it up and help himself, because the reason I wanted to go there is I want to find out what the challenge is with them. The challenge with Don right now is he doesn't like where he's at, and he doesn't really want to sign another lease. He only wants values to. He's only interested, not interested. He's hypothesizing that values might come down another 10 or 20, or hoping that they will. But what if that's not a lot of money? What if we could just get the 20 off now? And then go ahead, Denny.
I'll say that's a good tactic, but that's a good tactic. But here's the thing it makes no sense, you guys, for a buyer to wait for prices to go down. But if you're going to go down there and if you can quantify it, okay, so let's say that the $10,000, and they don't bite on Matt's example, which is a good one. If there was a $10,000 delta, what would you do? Does anyone want to demonstrate how you would take that, slice the turkey, and compare that with the pain they have by not building equity and the fact they want something more permanent? They want to have a swing set in the backyard.
Mm.
You see, anyone want to take it down that road?
That was Derek and Don. Now we got Jose with Kelly. Kelly or Jose, you want to do it?
Let's go.
Go.
Kelly.
Hey, Matt. Hey, Jose. we both think prices are going to come down before they go up, so we will rent for another year.
Okay, when you say both, who's both, Kelly?
My wife and I.
Gotcha. And where are you guys getting this information from?
The information about prices coming down,
Yes.
I just see inventory going up. I see days on market going up around the area, and I see a lot of price reductions happening all over.
Gotcha. And remind me of your current situation now.
We're in a month-to-month rental situation.
Okay. And what happens if you decide to wait, Kelly?
Well, we're okay waiting right now. We just don't want to miss out on a deal if prices really drop.
I don't know if I'm frozen or Kelly's frozen.
I heard
It
it.
was-
He wants to wait till prices really drop. Are you guys hearing this?
It might
Yeah, I
be
gotcha.
Jose.
What happens if you wait, Kelly?
Jose, can you hear me?
Yes.
We've been giving you guys all kinds of feedback. I haven't heard anything we've said yet.
Okay.
Just kind of curious.
Well, I want to take it down to the path of what Kelly's expectations are and then see where that information is, what happens if they don't, and what are they hoping the prices to drop for him to become a buyer.
Well, okay, so if you have we have 90 seconds, and again, that is a road you could go down. However, I guess what we're trying to highlight here is having them change the base of their thinking, meaning if prices are going down, that is the best time to buy. If you were a seller and prices were going down, would you maybe jump on an offer? In fact, write this down, you guys. You know when you've written a good offer as a buyer? When the sellers don't like it, but they're afraid to let it go.
Mm-hmm.
That only happens in a downward moving market, guys,
Mm-hmm.
not in a stable or upward moving market. Buyers need to act in a downward moving market. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep my feedback kind of on one path and track today. However, remember, guys, how long are they going to be in this home? If they're intending, if they're in Don's hands, if they're intending to be in this home for 10 years or 15 or right, if they intend to be there, it doesn't really much matter what to buy it for at all.
Nope.
But I wanted to keep us on one track today of seeking to understand where are you at, what are you hoping to see values go down to, what happens if they don't. Then the second path would be, how long are you going to stay here? If they tell you, Jose and everybody, I'm only going to be here maybe 2-3 years, keep renting, baby, keep renting, because we can't guarantee when you buy the home, you set the value. So it doesn't matter if you got a humdinger of a discount. You just set the new value, and they may go down. We can't guarantee that. So just some food for thought, but the main focus here should be, what are you hoping to see happen? Qualify that for me. What's the number? And then if we could duplicate that now, if we could mirror that now, would you want to wait? That's all.
All right, guys. Well, I'm on the road today. We won't have the overtime. Anybody watched the Masters yesterday? I watched it, and I've got a couple of great analogies I can't wait to share with you by watching the Masters. In fact, that'd be a kind of a good name for us, the Masters. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you.
Thank you.